Jesus brought back to life his dead friend Lazarus. Is there any Lazarus among you? Here in Kuching Archdiocese, I don't know of any Lazarus except one, and he is not here in this Holy Mass. Father, he is in Syria. Father Lazarus Sweeney. In fact, today is his priestly anniversary. We pray for him. And we pray for all the Lazarus out there. May they all, by Jesus, be brought back to life. Are there any Lazarus among you? Father, I feel like Lazarus. Tomorrow, I'm going back to my work, but I feel dead in my work. Years ago, I was very alive and enthusiastic. But for the longest time now, I'm just dragging my feet to go back to work. It's really a blue Monday for me. Do you also feel dead in your work? You don't feel the importance of the job you're doing? You don't feel the fulfillment you're able to gain from the service you are providing? You don't feel affirmed in that place of work? You feel your boss is so bossy and your co-employees are just minding their own business, no friends at all, no sense of family in your company? Do you feel dead in your work? Is there any Lazarus among you? Father, I feel like Lazarus. Maybe because of this COVID, I got used to studying online. Now that we are back to going to school in person, my only motivation is to see there my classmate who is my crushmate. Do you feel dead in your school? Do you feel like a nobody there? Not even your teacher advisor gives you that attention that actually you deserve, just like all your classmates. Do you feel dead in your school? Are there any Lazarus among us? Father, I've been married for years. Years ago, wow, I was really very, very happy. My marriage was so lively and lovely. I look at my wife, wow, so pretty and so slim and sexy, like a Coca-Cola body. Now, oh Father, she looks like a jar of tuwa. I'm not unfaithful, Father. There's no one else. But I feel dry and dead in our marriage. What's wrong with me? I feel like Lazarus, Father. Are there any Lazarus among us? Or better still, is there something in your life? It was something good. It was something so alive before. But for one reason or another, it's not anymore. I used to be very enthusiastic in this hobby of mine. And I was doing so well. In fact, I'm able to do a lot of good and make a lot of people happy. But I got busy with work, enough with my hobbies. I used to sing a lot. I used to play music a lot. I used to do artworks a lot. But now I have to earn. I need to focus on my job. But I used to do those things and find joy in my life. Now I'm just doing my job and I'm just happy during payday. I used to be happy every day then, now only once a month. Is there something like that in your life? You used to have that something that was so good, that was so fulfilling, that makes you feel so alive, and other people are benefiting from it as well. But for again, some reasons, they are gone. Now you feel dead. Do you have something like that in your life? Years ago, I used to be more frequent in my jogging exercise. Back in Bau, I go twice, thrice a week, more sometimes, enjoying the nature scene of the stadium there. When I was new here in Kuching, I go to MBKS. And I enjoy jogging now. Blame it on Netflix. I get hooked on series. Blame it on Glory. Instead of jogging, I just sit down on the sofa and watch the season finale. The Lord is telling us, what is that something good that you used to do before? Lazarus, come out. Be alive again. Father Ramon, do your exercise. That's good for your health. That's good for your body. That's my gift for you. Take care of that. That healthy Father Ramon, come out. If you just sit down and watch Netflix, only your tummy will come out. Do you have something like that in your life? What is that Lazarus in you? It's something good. It's a dear friend to Jesus. He loves that. And yet, it has died. And now the Lord is here, bringing that Lazarus in you, that good thing in you, that passed away days, weeks, months, years ago. And He is bringing it back to life. Because He loves you. That good thing is good for you. The Lord is bringing it back to life. Will you allow Him to? Will you cooperate with Him too? Will you believe that He can and that He will and support Him in doing so too? Will you take away that heavy stone that blocks you from coming out? My dear sisters and brothers, let us partner with Jesus to bring back to life that good thing that died in us, that Lazarus in us. You know, here in Malaysia, the bishops have decided that going to Sunday Mass would once again be an obligation for all of us. Let COVID be no more a reason for us not to. Are you a Catholic who going to church has died ever since COVID came? Do you not anymore feel the eagerness to go to church, attend Holy Mass together with your sisters and brothers around? Lazarus, come out. That devout Catholic, eager to go to church, eager to spend not just minutes, even hours, together with his brothers and sisters, regardless of the weather, regardless of how short or how long a homily is. Oops. Regardless of how boring or inspiring the priest is, regardless of whoever are with me, whether the air condition is working well or there is no electric fan. Oh, what's worse? No, the Catholic in me that is so eager to meet the Lord sacramentally, Eucharistically, it has died. Lazarus, come out. Father, I used to be a caring dad, but now me and my son, we have drifted apart. And it's my fault. I have not been a caring, loving daddy to him. I failed him a number of times. Of course, it's also his fault. He has not been coming to me. He has not been opening up to me. But I need to humble myself. It's more my fault, Father. And I think it's too late now. We have been distant for years and years and years. I don't think we will be close again, me and my son. If that's what you feel, isn't that what exactly the people felt when Jesus came late? Oh, too late for this Jesus. He came 4 days late. For other people, he was late. But for Jesus, he was just on time. What we people may consider too late, Jesus does not. Believe. He can bring that Lazarus back to life. You and your son, that distance is nothing compared to God's devotion, God's desire to bring you and your dear son together closer. Who knows? When he grows up more, he becomes a husband, daddy like you, then you can even have a better bonding. Maybe before, when he was young, you were his idol. No? But things turned out, he realized that you have so many mistakes. You are not his idol anymore. But now that he is a husband and daddy like yourself, maybe you can talk about things that are in common. Out of your own experience and his, you now know the pains and joys, the ups and downs, the difficulties, and the highs of being a husband, of being a daddy. Before, you drink coffee, he drinks chocolate, and you'd have breakfast together. Now you can have beer together. He's an adult already, and your conversation will get even be deeper. It's never too late. Let that Lazarus come alive, you and your son getting closer, even closer than before. Lazarus, come out. What is that something good that you had before, but life has killed it? And you allowed life to kill it. You even buried it. No matter how long it has been buried. The power of God, God who desires you to be a man fully alive, will bring that Lazarus in you back to life. When I was a young Salesian years ago, when I was a young priest years ago, I devote all my evenings in a chapel. Sometimes for a few minutes only. Sometimes longer than that. I just stay there, especially when I was a novice, I remember. When I was in Don Bosco, Tarlac. When I was in Don Bosco, Mabalacan. Now, we have this chapel, beautiful, isn't it? But to be honest with you, I used to stay in the chapel at night more frequently before than now. I miss that. That's a good thing. And I think the Lord is telling me now, tonight, Ramon, with my grace, you will sit down in this chapel and spend a moment with me, and you will do so more often than in the recent past, because that Lazarus in you is a good thing, and I am bringing it back to life. What is that Lazarus in you? That good thing. Allow the Lord, partner with the Lord, He will bring that back to life. When I had Mass this morning in St. Stephen, Bau, I saw a mother very caring to her son, hugging, kissing. Are there mothers there who miss doing that? Yes, Father, I miss that. Because my son is now a grown-up. Because my daughter doesn't want me to hug her anymore. Because me and my child, we are not anymore close. Let that caring, that sweet, that hugging mommy come out, come alive in you again. No matter where you are, my son, I'm gonna hug you. If not physically, spiritually, I'll pray for you more. And not just spiritually, emotionally, I'm gonna hug you. I'm gonna bring you my hug. I'm gonna message you. I'm gonna WhatsApp you. I'm gonna video call you. even if you don't want me to. Because this Jesus is bringing back to life that caring, that sweet, and that thoughtful mommy in me. It has died years ago. The moment I started to focus more on my work, on my doing this and that, and not anymore in being there for you, with you. What is that Lazarus in you? It is something so good, and yet it has died. It is never too late for God. He will bring that back to life. Isn't that what the first reading also tells us? Yahweh will bring back to life these dead people. When we see in movies, horror movies, when dead people rise back to life, oh, horrible, right? Horror movies especially. They go back to life in order to hunt people and even kill them. But that is not the way God brings back to life the dead. When He brings the dead back to life, the dead becomes not just alive, but life-giving. Are you life-giving? When you go to this place, that place becomes more alive. When you go to this person, you bring more life to that person. That is what Jesus did to His dear friend Lazarus. Even if you're already dead, I'm here now. I'm going to bring you back to life. Today's gospel invites us two things. Be like Lazarus. That dead thing in you, allow Jesus to bring that back to life. But don't just be like Lazarus. Be like Jesus. Who is that someone in your life? Who are those people in your life? What are those things in your life? Touch them. May your presence with them bring them back to life. Bring them more life. To your friends, are you someone who brings life to them? Or you're someone who actually brings them to death with your bad influence? To that workplace where you will go tomorrow. To that school and classroom where you will be tomorrow. Are you someone who is life-giving? Or with your presence there, somebody feels scared because you often bully him? To your spouse, to your child, are you life-giving? Are you someone who, when he does something, it turns into something good? Wow, that's why your boss gives you a lot of projects. Are you life-giving? Are you like Jesus, turning something dead into life? This place, I try my best to bring life to the place by putting plants. Very soon, I will be transferring to Holy Trinity Church. Some of my plants here are already there. I'm trying my best as well to put more plants there. My little way of bringing more life to that parish community. What is that something in your life? It's there. Who is that someone in your life? He or she is there. Maybe the Lord is inviting you. With your presence, with them, in them, bring more life to them. Don't just be Lazarus. Bring back to life that something good that has died in you with God's grace. Be also like Jesus. Bring God's life-giving touch to the people and things in your life. I know of a priest. He is my friend. There was this school that was in crisis. When he became a principal of that school, wow, things turned out for the better. Now that school continues to flourish. And that same priest, when he became in charge of a particular program, the vocation ministry of our province, oh, the vocation ministry has become really very alive, more alive than before. Are you someone like that? Whatever you touch turns into something more alive. Whatever you touch, even if it has been dead, it becomes alive again. Thanks be to God. God is working in you. God is working through you. The Lord is inviting us. Don't just be Lazarus, allowing me to bring back to life that good thing that has died. Be also like me, Jesus. Through me, bring more life to the people around you, to the things in your life. I'm reminded of this old love song. I imagine Lazarus coming out of the tomb with this background music playing and him singing, "'Cause it's you, you make me feel brand new." Father, so corny. But it's so true. Let's attribute that song to the Lord. Lord, there's this something good in me. Now I realize. And thank you for bringing it back to life. I am a better person now, more alive because of you, your life-giving touch, your inspiration, your grace. You and only you has brought me back to life. You make me feel brand new. And let us partner with Jesus so that more and more people will sing that same song and attribute it to the Lord through our help. May all the people we meet, may all the things we do have Jesus' touch, making them feel more alive, brand new.